I'm Ross Simon, and this is Beer and Twisted. First drink today, we made the lime and the coconut. It was a house-made limoncello with 100% pure agave tequila and fresh lime juice with pineapple syrup. And then we shake it up over cubed ice and double strain it into a frozen cocktail glass. And then we just finish it off with a lovely coconut foam with some grated lime zest on top. I was back in Scotland and I was better at working in a pub than I was at college, and I enjoyed it a lot more and it was more sociable. That's kind of where I fell in love with it, and then I moved down to London to learn, shall we say, the craft of the cocktail. And that was in the early 2000s, and eventually in 2005 I moved across here to the United States. Bartending to me is about having fun, about what you do. It's a very hard industry and you got to really enjoy it, as well as, you know, someone's had a bad day, they walk in. If you can turn their day around by, you know, just a bit of banter or just making them an amazing cocktail, that's job done. Well, they always say you never have to work a day in your life if you love what you do. This definitely falls into that category. You know, if you've got a great working environment, if you give your bartenders a great working environment and your servers, they really enjoy where they work and what they do each day. So I try and aim for doing that. This was a labor of love over the last 10 years. You know, raising the money to do a bar is very hard at the best of times, and they say you knock on 100 doors and someone say yes. To open a bar, it's like 1,000, and I'm not exaggerating that at all. Well, a lot of London bartenders, when I was in London, either moved to like San Francisco or New York. They go to big cities, and I wanted to do something different. And Arizona, 10 years ago when I first moved here, I could see what it potentially could be. So it was kind of having a little bit of foresight, and now 2015, we're designing our own city, and we're having some really world-class restaurants, bars, nightlife. It's starting from the grassroots level up, and I'm just very humbled to be a part of it, so it's kind of fun. The Chocolat Sazerac that we make basically uses a nice rye whiskey, a little bit of chocolate liqueur, chocolate Aztec bitters, Peychaud bitters to have some relation to the classic Sazerac. We stir that over cubed ice and then strain it into a frozen rocks glass. It's been spritzed with absinthe, and then just got a little lemon zest over the top to give it a really wonderful, zesty aromatic. The last cocktail was the Lit Up, and that's a wonderfully re-inspired Long Island iced tea. We take your usual suspects, but we do a few things a la minute with the lemon bitters, fresh lemon juice, Berna Amaro, and then vanilla liqueur. And then we carbonate it to give it a wonderful bubble. So we've got the wonderfully inspired by the Coca-Cola, but not using a drop. And then we serve it in an old Coca-Cola tin can with a lemon twist and mint sprig. What makes a great bartender, I would say passion, devotion, and being respectful for the industry that we're in, because at the end of the day we are dealing with alcohol, and it's a bit like the sea. You've got to respect it and not be, or it will consume you. You know, it's one of those things about bartending that's always at the back of the mind you have to be wary about. but just being able to come in, putting smiles on guests' faces. You can't really teach work ethic, you can teach skills, and that's something that any bartender should learn, but you got to have a really good attitude. And it's long days, it's long hours, and it's not all just phone numbers and lipstick. It's definitely has to be a love of your life.